Good afternoon, Pastor Malcolm here, walking with God. You ever be in a situation where you're focused and you're trying to get something done, and you might have kids or you might have loved ones, you might have friends, you might be at work, you might be at the store, but you're so focused on what you're trying to get accomplished that you're not really focused or really caring sometimes about what's going on around you, right? It might be people in the store aisle. It might be people in traffic. It might be your kids trying to talk to, or your spouse. You may be at work and somebody's trying to get your attention, but you're so focused on what you're trying to get accomplished that you don't really pay it any mind. Or sometimes it could be frustrating because you're like, I'm trying to get this done. I'm trying to accomplish this, but there's interruptions. Well, today on my walk, I was interrupted by two people. Now, excuse me, there was a B there. I was interrupted. There was a third interruption. I was interrupted by two people, but it wasn't really an interruption. I happen to know the people in the neighborhood, so I stopped briefly to have a conversation with them. But generally when I'm walking, I like to be quiet. I like to hear from God. I like to spend time outside and get some fresh air, get some sun. I don't really like that time to be interrupted. Right? I put my phone on do not disturb so I don't get any calls or text messages because I really want to be in tune with God. And so as I stopped to talk to them, I was in my mind, I was just kind of like, you know what? I just really want to keep going, really want to be praying, really want to seek God. And God showed me in that moment, he said, listen, some of the things that we feel that are interruptions, really they're holy invitations. Would you believe that sometimes God allows people to come into our lives? God allows, whether it's co-workers, family, a lot of times our kids, it's a holy invitation. It's an invitation for, as you're walking with God, it doesn't interrupt your walk, but it allows you to use what you've learned and how you've grown in your walk to be a blessing with somebody else. 1 Peter 3:15 says it like this: always be prepared to give an answer for the hope that you have. So because you have hope in Jesus, because you're walking with him, don't consider it interruptions. Listen, that small prayer, that word of encouragement, that advice that you give from God might change a person's life. So when we interact with people, even as we're going about our day, don't feel that it's an interruption. Understand it as God sending you a holy invitation, that you might impact somebody's life, that you might be the salt of the earth, that you might be the light of the world in their life. Listen, it's not an interruption, it's an invitation. Take it, use it.